Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 comedy drama Greed, a film that is written and directed by Michael Winterbottom, and it stars Steve Coogan, Isla Fisher, Shirley Henderson, David Mitchell, Asa Butterfield and Sophie Cookson. Now, this is a film that tells the story of Steve Coogan's character, Sir Richard Macready, who is he's a billionaire who has made his name in the fashion industry and the retail industry in the UK, made millions and millions, well billions in fact. However, he has received the nickname of Greedy Macready because of how he avoids tax. A lot of businesses go bust that he buys. And he basically, gets rich in a particularly unscrupulous way. So this film kind of focuses on his character. It's leading up to his 60th birthday, and there's this extravagant party being organised in Crete. I think it's somewhere like that. He's a big fan of Gladiator. It's like Roman themed, so it kind of flashes back between his youth, how he made his millions, how a lot of his businesses failed, how he built up his money, his fortune, and it also flashes back and forth between his relationships and all that kind of stuff. Right, what did I think of Greed? I was definitely disappointed with this film. I remember seeing the trailers for this a few months ago. I thought it looked really good, really funny, clever. Steve Coogan's a brilliant comedian and is a very, very good actor too. He can, pull his characters off effortlessly, usually. I don't know. I think the major problem I have with this film is, especially at the end of the film, it focuses very heavily, this film, on basically like the slave trade in places like Sri Lanka. These clothing companies that pay people almost nothing to produce high quality clothes for the top high street chains all over the world. And it focuses very heavily on that in the film. Now great, okay, if you're going to shine the spotlight on something like that, but it just keeps doing it. It's like it's punching you in the face, this film. It doesn't allow you to enjoy what comedy this film tries to give you, and in my opinion I don't think it tries hard enough to make you laugh, this film. And when it does try and make you laugh, you don't feel like laughing because it's just punched you in the face 5 minutes ago, reminding you of the slave trade in Sri Lanka. It's a very, very odd film. It feels like it's waggling its finger at you and reminding you just how awful this clothing industry is. And then just as the film finishes, it gives you all these statistics about how terrible the clothing industry is and how put upon these people in Sri Lanka and other places are that make these clothes. I get it. You told me through the whole film I'll never shop at Primark again, okay? And that's how you feel when this film finishes. You're just like, oh my god, it feels like a morality lesson rather than a comedy film you've just watched, and it's not subtle at all. So the fun performances in this film, Steve Coogan being one of them, as well as some of the others that are almost caricatures of these mega rich and powerful people, you can't enjoy it. This film, it doesn't want you to enjoy it. I don't feel it like offers you a laugh in one hand, and then just as you're leaning in to enjoy it, it slaps you across the face with the other hand. And I just found myself getting fed up with being educated. I don't want to watch a film like this to be educated. If I want to watch a film and be educated, I'll watch a documentary, or I'll watch something that clearly labels itself as a film that's going to educate you. This film, and none of the promotional material that I saw, pretends that it is this type of film. And I think personally it does it in a really, really devious way. and I think it detracts from what underneath all of that propaganda and all of this message it's literally throwing at you constantly. Underneath that, there is definitely a fun film by some great actors that are trying to put in some interesting and fun performances. But it is, like I say, it's kind of ruined by the rest of it. This deeply annoying message that it's not subtly revealing to you as you're watching the film. So yeah, I mean, another problem with this film is all the characters are deeply unlikable. There's the David Mitchell character. Well, there's two characters that you kind of like in this film. There's the David Mitchell character, and there's another character as well that you kind of root for. But the majority of these characters in this film are deeply unlikable in every single way, and it's almost like, well, I don't know. I thought maybe I was going to watch something like Wall Street, a comedy version of Wall Street or something, and that's not what you get at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate this film. I hated what it was trying to do, like, you know, telling me off, buying clothes from Primark or wherever. But I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Very disappointed, I'm not going to lie, with this film. I was hoping to get a right good, you know, laugh with this film, because the trailers looked funny, and there are a couple of giggles here and there in this film, but it's grossly unfunny for a film that advertises itself as a comedy, in my opinion. So that's my review for Greed. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time for more reviews on Screen Stars.